St. Lucia, good morning, greetings, blessings to you. Thank you for being part of the family as always. I'm Chayla Mendez, your host, and today I have with me Jill Menard, and she hails all the way from Texas. She's here on our lovely island. First of all, Jill, welcome, and how are you today?
Thank you. I'm doing fine, enjoying St. Lucia. It's beautiful weather.
Is this your first time on the island?
This is my first time on the island. Yes.
Well, welcome, and I hope that you really get to thoroughly enjoy. So,
Thank you.
she is a very special lady here because I've actually been enlightened. We know of yoga here, we have the movements down here in St. Lucia. A lot of people are actually getting into yoga now as ways of de stressing, and it's becoming popular down here. I will let you know that. However, Jill is a kinetic yoga teacher that I did not know of until now. So she's gonna enlighten us because I like to keep you in the know. So Jill, if you can, just let St. Lucia know to better understand what exactly Kemetic yoga is all about.
Okay. Well, Kemetic yoga, it is basically our lineage of yoga. It is the ancient Egyptian form of yoga enlightenment. So when I speak of ancient Egyptian, we're speaking of African yoga. It's based upon the practice of physical, geometric progression, movements of hieroglyphic postures, as well as like universal postures that you'll see in other studios, with deep, controlled breathing. That's like a key major factor in the and deliberate movement of energy throughout the body, throughout the limbs. Basically, as the energy orbits the body, you're practicing with complete awareness, moving the energy throughout the body, pulling energy from the base of the spine to the crown. There's a slight pause in which you savor and harness it. You almost have like a tantric feel. Kemetic yoga is tantric. And then you use the mind and you move the energy throughout the body. When you're doing that, that movement of energy is just a strong feeling, a rush that goes through your body. You feel the warmth through the body. It looks like you're moving in slow motion, but you're actually following your energy.
Now, when I saw and heard of it, I should say, so I went to our good friend Google, and then I also on the read up, it also said that Kemetic yoga actually predated, the Indian yoga, so it's kind of the origins. I was like, wow, I wouldn't have even guessed.
Yeah, and the Indian people know that too. I was recently in Paris in April and went to like the Indian village. I was looking for some stuff for my face, and this guy, he was a dark skinned Indian, and he let me leave cards. He was asking questions and stuff. So I left the flyers because I was teaching there at the time, and he started giving us the history, and it was like, he knows. We were kind of like shocked because a lot of people they try to hush, especially in the States, like with Yoga Journal. Kemetic yoga, they know about it, know the history, no one can dispute it, but Yoga Journal keeps it on the hush. But then if we go over to cross seas, Paris or wherever, then it's like, yeah, they're like welcoming all the information. Yes.
Now, for you, how did you get introduced to it? Where did it start for you?
Wow. Well, that's kind of a long story, but I'm going to make it really, really short. And I think that it's all, I don't know, kind of spiritual, because I did when I first started practicing. I practiced hatha, and I got a certification in hatha, but there was something that in my personal practice that just took me beyond what I was doing. And I didn't know of Kemetic yoga at that time, but when I opened my second studio, I remember when they were like renovating the building, some of the elders of the community, they was like, you should call it Egyptian yoga, you should do African. And I'm like, what? I never heard of this. And so even gave me a book, and I was like, I don't understand this. And so it just so happened the man that resurrected or did all the research, hieroglyphic studies, historian Yasir Rahotep, he was in town. And a lady from the radio station contacted me. There was like, there's a black-owned yoga studio that opened, and he wanted to do a workshop. He walks in the studio. And so all this is just connecting with me. This is the man that did ancient Egyptian Kemetic. This is the man that did all the, yeah. And so we did, when I practiced with him, in that workshop, that was it.
St. Lucia, this was your dose of enlightenment on this morning, as always. I just love sharing these things with you. Now, of course, you still have an opportunity because on Friday, there's going to be a session at the Corinth Secondary School from 5:30 p.m. It's only 20 EC, and you can come and have your first experience with Kemetic yoga. For me, I know I'm gonna be there because I'm coming. I've never even done yoga, but it's interesting because this week it's been on my mind, and a friend messaged me. She's like, oh, we should start yoga. I said, yeah, we should. And then I saw this come up. I'm like, okay, great. So this is gonna be my very first experience, so I'm curious, and I'm gonna share that experience as well. I'll let you know how it goes, but you can come out as well, so make sure you don't miss it. By the way, is there any ways St. Lucia can follow you, social media?
Yes. My website, Yoga House Houston, HOUSTON, Yoga House and Houston.com. Also, my name is Jill Minard, JILLMINARD. So you can find me on Facebook, Jill Minard. I have a lot of live stream classes on Facebook. There's also the business page, the Yoga House Houston Facebook page, live streaming there also. And that's one thing that I wanted to do because I live stream a lot because there's so many of us that do not know about yoga, period. And even more so do not know that we actually have a lineage of yoga. So I live stream to just for educational purposes, to spark that curiosity. And everyone, I mean, it's our lineage of yoga, but everyone practices it as just like Indian yoga. So, so please just follow me, friend me, and let's keep this movement moving.
Right, so thank God for technology, so you can still stay connected, and of course you can get your experience. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Friday, so we'll be looking out. Wake up, St. Lucia. Good morning. I am here to enlighten you, to inspire you, just something refreshing, something different. And we have a guest all the way from LA. She works in Hollywood. We have Kim Williams here with us. She's a screenwriter, but not just limited to that. She's also a producer, has her own company, Inkspot Limited. Am I right?
Inkspot Entertainment.
I figured I was flowing so well. I figured I'm probably going to mess up somewhere. So now we're corrected, so we got to put some respect in the name. But Kim, welcome to St. Lucia. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
It is truly a pleasure.
Glad to be here.
Well, you know what? Let St. Lucia know exactly what you're doing down here right now.
I am here teaching 3 master classes on production. Today was the first class. I taught writing. Tomorrow I'm going to be teaching producing and production and today we constructed a story. And so tomorrow I'm going to teach how to produce that story. And Friday I will then teach how to do post-production and the ins and out of post-production to make that story happen and deliver it, the final product. So.
All right, fantastic. So do you have experience like being in front of the camera as well?
No, I am usually behind the camera.
Now, I asked that deliberately because can you see how comfortable she is? You're doing such a good job. So I'm like, you know what? I need to ask that because most times, most persons who are involved in production, usually they're not really in front of the camera. So
Yes.
This is a first. This is history making. So I'm so happy that I'm getting to, kind of baptize you being in front of the camera. So with your company then, let us know exactly what you all do and the work you do over in LA.
Inkspot Entertainment formed in 5 years ago actually, and we do scripted and unscripted content, mainly in the digital space. I am concentrating on growing the YouTube channel, so it's YouTube /Inkspot Entertainment. We have 3 scripted series and 3 unscripted series, but Inkspot was developed because I wanted to give an authentic voice to those that have been ignored in the media. So we are focused on telling authentic stories about normal black people. Usually in the media, when you see black characters, they're always attached with a stereotype. And so InkSpot, in our content, we've removed those stereotypes and have just made them, relatable stories, relatable people that we all connect to. So that's what we're doing.
Now, for us, even being here from the islands, when we look at stories, etc., because right now there's also a movement about sort of revamping fairy tales to have it with a more authentic Caribbean feel. So again, that element of being relatable can be there. So I think that's a really great movement that you're doing, and something I know that we can identify to here in St. Lucia. But for you, Kim, was this always what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I've never wanted to do anything else. I decided, I saw a play, I was 8 years old. And the play was, I don't know if anyone knows, it's Pearly Victorious. And from seeing that play, I knew that I wanted to write. And I've just been on that track ever since.
So for you on this journey, how important was the support of those around you in pursuing this? Because of course these are not, especially from where we come from here in St. Lucia, these are not traditional careers. So even for us, you find this struggle to kind of break out of what's the norm and traditional.
Yes, I mean, I remember all through school saying to people, oh, I want to be a writer. I want to be a writer. And in high school, I was, in honor classes, and all of my teachers tried to persuade me for a more stable career. They were like, well, why can't you go into medicine or law or engineering? Because I knew that in college I was majoring in radio, TV, film, and everyone was like, what is radio? Get something stable. And even my mother, even though I knew that she disapproved, she allowed me to do it, and she never understood, even, when I graduated school and moved to LA, and I would have different jobs on different shows, she was like, why can't you keep a job? And I'm like, that's not how it works. I'm freelance, She's like, what? But yeah, it was just that passion. And if you have that passion, you can't, the passion won't allow you to let other people tell you no. So, yeah, I was like, I have to do it. This is the only thing I want to do. So.
Well, Kim, thank you so much, first of all, for being here, taking the time out so we can chat. And, keyword there, passion. And, I always say that we need to pursue what we love, because it's what's going to keep us happy. And at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like a job because
it doesn't feel like work at all.
Exactly. So, here we are chatting with Kim. Can you let St. Lucia know how they can follow you, and of course InkSpot as well, so they stay in the loop?
Yes. You can go to our website, inkspotentertainment.com. You can visit our YouTube channel, youtube.com/InkSpotEntertainment, and all of social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're InkSpot E, and Ink is INK. Yeah, and we still have space for Friday's class. So if you're interested in learning about producing, come sign up for the class.
All right. So make sure you head to the PIF website, but they're at the Cortland Secondary School, so you can come on down and visit. Good morning, St. Lucia family. How are you doing? This morning is back on. Of course, I'm Chayla Mendez, your host. And as you can see, we have the lovely Brittany Jonke here with us. So it's about Courts, and Courts is about family. And guess what? Courts Fashionista for 2017 is back. So Brittany, warm welcome and good morning to you. How are you today?
I should be telling you welcome, Sheila. Welcome, DBS. Thank you for being here with us again yet again for our 4th edition of the Fashionista competition. We're extremely happy to be launching this competition for the 4th consecutive year, because we understand the importance of developing and growing the talent of our youth. The Courts Fashionista competition is just what it is. It's giving designers the opportunity to combine fashion and furniture, and we are extremely happy to give those designers, whether they are amateur or professional, the platform to do just that.
Now, that's one thing I want to bring home because a lot of people may feel intimidated. Don't get it twisted because just as Brittany said, it's not just for the professionals. So if you're novice, you're amateur, come out. It's an avenue for you to showcase your talent. I think some people, may shy away because they think you have to be at a certain level.
Right. We we are happy to say that we've had amateur designers in the name of Sheris Ford. I remember she participated in 2015 and 2016 and she placed third. She is a student at the Safford Lewis Community College and she's really talented. Georges James, who is the 2016 Courts Fashionista champion, is actually an amateur designer. So we also have seasoned designers like Charlene Lagore. She's well known for her creative pieces. We had Sharon Tanner last year. She participated last year. We've had designers like Maradona Nicholas. He's participated in all of the competitions since its inception in 2014.
Now, you know what, Brittany, your memory is on point because I remember a few of these people, but for her to remember all these names, that this goes to show you, all right? Now, of course, I know creativity is one of the biggest things here, and we think furniture. And people tend to sometimes go generally to the sofas.
Right.
But I know, again, with Courts, always thinking outside the box and being different. You guys want to drive home that creativity.
Exactly. And we wanted to create that avenue where the focus will not simply be on furniture, which is why we've decided this year to expand on the selection of pieces. So we are letting our designers know that furniture is not the only category that will be involved in this year's Fashionista competition. As long as you pick up a copy of this, our current We've Got It All promotion, and you select any product, whether it is a sofa, a dining set, a bed, a refrigerator, a washing machine, a Samsung 75-inch smart TV, whatever it is that is featured in that brochure that you can get inspiration from, we ask you to be a part of this amazing competition by going to any one of our branches from Maris Hill in the north to Viewport in the south, pick up a copy of the registration form and create a sketch which you will drop back at the store, and our decision will be made as it relates to who will be the finalists in this year's competition.
All right, so St. Lucia, I hope that you're listening clearly because this is your call to action. So there's no way you can win if you don't take part in it. So remember, there's no discriminating. You don't have to be professional. You don't have to, have that super established name. Come out if you think you can do it. You want to give it a shot. You should. And Brittany, is there a deadline for registration that they should know of?
The 18th is the deadline for registration for this year's competition. We just want to let our designers also know that we will be looking closely at the creativity of the designs. The designs should be original. We should see some level of resourcefulness. We should also see some similarity between the sketch provided and the product that you actually select. We also the judges will also judge on the day of the competition as it relates to the persons who come in with their biggest posse. So it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be an event with a difference. It's gonna be bigger and better this year. We want to invite and encourage persons to participate. Whether it is that you're sitting at home and you have the ability to design something, and you've been contemplating for the past few months whether or not you should be a part of the Courts Fashionista competition, we want to invite you to be a part of it. We welcome you. We understand that without this competition, a lot of designers would not have gotten the opportunity otherwise to showcase their talent, which is why we understand that this is a competition that should not stop. You understand? It's a competition that is being held on an OACS level, which means that similar competitions are being held in Antigua, in Dominica, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we just want to again invite you to be a part of this competition. It will be a fun environment. We will be also offering all finalists for this year's competition with a stipend of $300 cash, and that stipend will go towards the purchase of items needed to complete those designs. So we are not just saying to you be a part of it, we are actually giving you the resources needed to go out to get that much needed whether it is the fabric or whatnot, so that that can assist you in completing your design.
So St. Lucia, you heard it straight. This is the details. This is what is hot and new. Fashionista is coming up for 2017. Make sure you come by. This is your guide, okay? So it's like you're going back to school. You need your textbooks. This is your resource material. So come get it, get inspiration, and make sure you register. We're going to keep following as well, and we're going to look forward to seeing what creative ideas come out. So Brittany, thank you again for being here with us. And remember, it's Quartz Fashionista 2017. So you got to be in it. Boom. And like that, St. Lucia, this is how we start a Thursday. We do it the right way. And let me tell you, you have to make sure when you step out that door, you're going to say, yay, Thursday. If you're not feeling it, if you walk one step out and you don't say it, you got to go right back in. So make sure you channel the good energy, the good vibrations. Wake up and feel good. To anybody who's a little under the weather, hopefully we've picked up your day, picked up your mood. And listen, you're not alone. So we send morning greetings to you, and trust and believe that you're going to feel better very, very soon, okay? So lots of love to our family. I mean, these are the moments where we have to reach out even more. So if you're a little sad, down, you're feeling ill or something, know that you have family with us here at This Morning. And guess what? Tomorrow will be Friday, so we free up, unwind, get to relax a little bit. So we already kind of set the tone and the mood. So this is your Power Thursday. Walk out, power dress, step out that door, say, yay, it's Thursday. And tomorrow, make sure you wake up 6 a.m. and be here with me so we can free up on our Friday. I'll see you then.